We're going live all over the place.
Good evening.
Yep.
Hi. It
How
is
y'all
Tuesday.
doing?
We know it's not Monday. So this is Tag Team Marriage Monday on a Tuesday.
With a twist.
With a twist.
Your fault.
On a Tuesday. Let me turn it down. So we know you guys, hope you guys got the message that we were going to be on tonight and not last night, because we were handling some crucial kingdom building business. So we weren't able to come on. Hey, Marcus. Marcus is on Facebook.
Facebook. Tag Team, okay. YouTube, my personal YouTube for Larenzo, and then we're going to be Instagram in a little bit.
Okay. All right.
We're everywhere.
So, glad to see you guys joining us. We're building on Facebook. Hey, Facebook, give us a shout. Let us know that you're on.
Yo, and for people who are on my personal YouTube channel, which is this one right here, every now and then I will post our lives for Tag Team Marriage. But go join and subscribe to Tag Team Marriage on YouTube for everybody who's on my personal Larenzo Reid YouTube page. Go over there. And so everybody who's watching on YouTube, Facebook, everybody needs to subscribe to our YouTube page. I appreciate that. Go ahead, baby.
Yes, please subscribe to the YouTube page.
We're going to now continue with the announcements. We're going
to let it build.
Oh, sorry.
Because we are on time tonight. Thank you. Sir Mix-a-Lot wasn't doing everything.
Whatever.
So we hope you guys had a wonderful day. Again, we apologize for not being on last night. Some of you may be aware Uncle Renz Popcorn is opening up a new location in Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Yeah.
So we had to be there last night with the contractor to almost about 11, but it's so worth it. So we decided to switch our broadcast until tonight. Only this week will we be on a Tuesday. So normally it's Mondays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So just going to get a few reminders, a few updates. We have one big update, and it's a big update. So our box office wedding is of course still on for 2021. It's still on at the Georgia Aquarium, catered by Wolfgang Puck.
Yep.
So there's been a slight change. There's a day change. So instead of it being on Sunday, it's going to be on Saturday. So it's February the 20th, 2021 on Saturday at the Georgia Aquarium. So if you have not, thank you so much for you all who have already RSVP'd. We appreciate it. We're so happy. We get ecstatic every time we get a notification that someone has RSVP'd and is going to be there to celebrate our 1 year of marriage with us.
That's right, 1 year.
At the Georgia Aquarium. So go to tagteamwedding.com.
Yep.
You can watch the engagement video, the proposal video.
Proposal video is on point.
You can watch that, and also you can submit your RSVP, so you can be there to join us and celebrate with us on February the 20th, 2021.
Yep, and I'll be changing that on the website because I just realized that I didn't change that on the website.
And everybody is welcome. And of course, we do not want you to go out and buy us gifts. We don't want you to slip us any cards with cash or anything like that. Our gift is you. So it is $50 per guest. That covers your meal catered by Wolfgang Puck. If you guys don't know who Wolfgang Puck is, look him up. He caters major events, and he's the caterer for the Georgia Aquarium for the major events. So
it's at the Georgia Aquarium.
It's well worth it.
Big water tank.
Yes,
with all the giant fishes.
In front of the beluga whale tank.
Or the whale shark.
The whale shark tank. You guys will be able to see all of that and enjoy our love and all the festivities.
Yep.
because this one thinks he can dance.
And I
like,
can.
better than me.
And I can.
But you know,
I'm just
I
saying.
used to.
But also, guys, so by us being able to switch it, because there was a big corporate event that took up all day on the 20th. That's why we actually switched to the 21st. Now we're just being able to do it on the 20th. That means that all the festivities for the weekend are going to be even better, because we'll have our event that Saturday morning to afternoon, but then we'll have all Saturday night. We'll have all day Sunday to do things as well. For those who are going to come in early, we have Friday to do stuff with them on Friday.
Right.
So it just makes the whole weekend more of an extravaganza. So we look forward to you guys being there. We expect you there. So now can we? Yes, we can.
Yeah. I think we can go ahead and get started.
So let's get started. As always, somebody loves getting a shirt, so let's talk about the shirt.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What the shirt say? What the shirt say?
Always protect your queen.
Always trust your king. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I can flip the hair back. Cause I'm cute today. Okay.
Cute every day, baby.
I know.
All right. So, guys, our topic for tonight, and we're going to definitely need your participation in this one. So make sure you participate in this one and continue to subscribe. But our conversation tonight is titled "Quarantine Keepers and Throwaways in a Marriage." So what we're going to talk about, we're going to go one for one, zigzag through the whole thing. So we're not going to do all keepers and all throwaways. But during this whole time frame that pretty much everybody, for the most part, we went through a definite quarantine session time frame. And there have been some great things that's happened out of this quarantine. There's been some horrible things that's happened out of this quarantine. So we want to discuss tonight things that have occurred because of this quarantine that we should keep, and things we should throw away. Because, we get busy. We get into our rut. We get into our own hypnotic rhythm of how everything goes. So we want to keep a vibe of things we should keep, right? So in the vein of how, if you guys saw our wedding and things that happened on there, my new niece made us this board, and it says that a cord of 3 strands cannot be easily broken. And that comes from the Ecclesiastes 4:12. So I want you to think about that in these terms. Now, it's the two of you. But those third strands, of course, for us, that represents our spirituality. But I want you to understand within every aspect of you, that third strand can represent so many things that you can keep to help bind you together, that keeps you together. A new thing that I'm going to start saying on my videos a lot is the fact that, together we're strong, right? So when 3 cords are bound together, they're strong. So what are those cords that you have developed during the quarantine that's making your relationship stronger, right? But then what are some of those things you need to throw away? Things that have happened, things you realize that need to be thrown away, right? So that you can have a stronger relationship. Hey, Denise, what's up, Israel?
Israel.
Look, y'all got to shout out who y'all are when y'all come on for y'all to get the shout out, okay? All right.
Facebook, it shows us, but YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, y'all
it doesn't.
Instagram usually does a good job, but YouTube.
Hey, nephew.
Y'all be all quiet and everything, and y'all stay.
I'm actually going live on mine as well.
Oh, did you? Oh, she's going live on her Facebook.
So you guys, I'm sorry, we're just catching it. We'll catch it up. Yeah. So we're on Tag Team Wedding. On our Facebook page, we're going live, and we're on our YouTube page, Tag Team Marriage on YouTube.
So as we get ready to bring up some conversation, I want you guys to just chime in, text in what things.
Get the wife, nephew.
What things that you think are keepers from quarantine, what things are thrown away. So we're going to start out with one that was very, very basic, and then elaborate on what you could have gained from it. So one thing as a keeper from quarantine is binge watching. We have binge watched so many shows, series, and things like that during quarantine. So take it away, honey.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people have, because you see people posting what's good on Netflix or whatever. But to tie this in to marriage, to tie this into relationship, we discovered that we enjoy more things. We have more things in common with what we like entertainment wise and the things we like to watch. Like I love movies and shows based off of the era where Queen Elizabeth was the man. Okay? Because she was the man. So I love shows like that. So we ended up watching
Marco Polo.
Marco Polo. And I know Marco Polo is an old series and it actually ended, but we enjoyed, I mean, that was a different little time frame, but we enjoyed watching that.
Yeah.
We both,
It was still, no, that still happened during that whole medieval time frame.
Right. Okay.
It was just in Asia.
Right.
So,
exactly.
we, go ahead.
No, yeah, so we enjoyed watching that. So, he is now hooked on Married at First Sight. When I first started watching it, it was like, this is ridiculous, what are these people doing? And now he was like, okay, what time to come on? Did we miss it? We got to catch it. Because we fire stick in this house. We have 50 million fire sticks. We don't do cable. We're not giving them our money like that. So we get on the fire stick and we catch it. We have Hulu, we have Netflix, all of these apps.
And that stuff gives you a lot more that you can talk about. It gives you other discussion points. You see something on a show, you talk about it. You learn some things. We learned some things about the Mongolian Empire and its relationship to how the Silk Road was and things like that, and it gave us more, knowledge base that we know that was Hollywood, but what was the real stuff that actually happened?
Right.
So it gave us, we grew and learned more about each other.
It brought out discussions. Like if y'all hadn't seen Marco Polo, just go check it out. Yeah. But it brought out discussions because in it, his wife, what was his name? His full name?
Kublai. Yeah, Kublai's wife.
His wife was so pivotal in everything that was going on. And he was like hard and mean and cold with everybody else, how he had to be as a ruler. But this chick would be like, hey, calm down. Let's do it this way. It's all right. And he would soften and he would look to her.
And he would think about it deeper and not just go with his testosterone. And most of the time what she decided was actually the best course of action for him. But he was, I don't want to give it away. Right. But like there was a snake in the house. Right. And so when he followed the snake in the house, that's what messing him up. So I mean, it was things like that watching that, we started discussing more about how we are as being counselors towards each other, and how we should listen to each other more and take it for a heartfelt moment, not taking it as like adversarial. Right. So it's things like that even though we're watching a show, it opens up new forms of thought process and communication between the two of us, and we really enjoyed that. I mean, I hate that she's going back to work next week. Is it next week?
Tuesday, yep.
Yeah, she's going back to work on Tuesday. I'm not. Even when I go back, I ain't got to get up early like she does. But it's going to take away some of that binging time, But we want to keep discovering more things that we do together. Now, something to throw away. Because for some of y'all, binging has turned into an isolation deal. Even when you're together. We're sitting there watching it together. Ain't saying that. It's over. All right, baby. Good night.
Or you watching your show and she's watching her show.
You got your phone. They got their tab, their phone, and y'all just like this.
Yeah. Because one thing we did agree to do, I decided to try something he liked, and he decided to try a show, and he decided to try a show that I liked, and we ended up realizing that we enjoyed some of the same things, more of the same things, more of the same shows. But yeah, the throwaway would be, and this wasn't our particular situation, but if it was yours, what would you throw away with that situation? And the throwaway would be the isolation part, like he said.
Let me talk to some of them dudes out there. You was already isolating yourself with your 2 to 3 hours a day of video games.
What?
Video games. King of the Hill. Video games. Hey, Bobby. Playing them video games, but watching your video. But now you've been in isolation, Now you think you getting paid off YouTube to people watching you play video games, and you own a video game for 6, 7, 8 hours now, like it's a job, but it's not. Now if it's your job and you making money off of it, sure, baby, I'm going to work. You go in there, you start doing your video game, come back out with your family, but you ain't doing that. You work somewhere else, but now you quarantine, so you spending 8 hours, 6, 8 hours playing a video game, totally isolating yourself away from your family, away from your wife, bruh. I've been through that. I know that one. Without isolation, that's not a good look. It's not a good thing. It's not going to bring your family closer together. So anything that you did that created more isolation between you and your spouse, that's a throwaway. That's something you need to let go, and realize.
Miss Bird. Right.
Because I'm sure y'all got into more arguments about that.
Right. So whatever that thing is that isolated you from your spouse, that isolated you, that kept you away, kept her away, kept him away, whatever that thing is, these are throwaways. Remember, we're talking about the things that have happened through quarantine that are throwaways or that are keepers moving forward. So the next thing we got was a keeper. Although we did not do it as much as we wanted to, I think a lot of people started exercising, working out, doing that. We started out, we were actually doing some lives during our workout. And, we kind of both, on the physical aspect of it, he used to be a trainer. He used to be my trainer at one point. And I used to work out. There was times where y'all see where I would go at it hard all the time. But exercising and working out, those are keepers. I'm sure some of you have a girlfriend of mine named Star, and I hope they get on or they'll be on soon. Hey, Leia. Star and her husband do videos all the time of celebrations, like birthdays, Mother's Day, any holiday. They'll come on and they'll say it to everybody. They'll celebrate with everyone. So she shows videos of them during the week. They do workouts or whatever. I don't know if her husband used to be a drill sergeant or what, but both of them used to be Army. I believe both of them were Army. I know she was. But at the end of the week, she has a cheat day. And she'll come on with her video showing her cheat day, and he'll give us things like 8 gummy bears. But it's hilarious. But the thing about it is, they do that together. They work out together. Right. He brought her in, and he'll, give her exercise. He'll tell her, like, run the hill, and he'll record her running the hill. Things that ladies, or even the fellas, you may not have done previously, but an exercise routine, whether you get in and you dig in and get strenuous, or it's something light. Y'all are walking together. Y'all are getting out. That is exercise. Those are keepers.
Yeah, because even though we started out real good and she being nice, I wound up putting together a program that wound up hurting my knee for like 3 weeks, and that threw us off for a little bit.
Yeah.
But put together, working out together, y'all are gonna develop more health. You're going to be able to have more energy towards each other, and it's just another realm that y'all can communicate and have a good time with each other. Don't be overbearing towards one another. Don't be mean to one another. It's one thing to push your partner. It's a whole nother thing to belittle your partner.
Right.
So let's make sure that you're doing that, doing it that way. But exercising together was a great thing. Now, one of the things that we throw away, even though this sounds similar to isolation, is distractions. Most of the time in the framework of social media. Now, like my baby was just explaining, Star and her husband, they utilize social media as a teamwork thing that they did together. If you guys have noticed the last few days, we late, even though we late. We discovered TikTok late. We've been TikToking like fools. But most of the TikTok has been us together.
Right.
We started doing this together. The distraction that throws you off is when you have somebody who was already 2-3 hours a day into social media, and now that you've been isolated, it's like that you're getting paid from it, like it's your job, but it's not. And y'all know my thing. Let me do it. When you got that person all the time scrolling, trying to talk to you. Yeah, I saw the thing. Yeah, or y'all trying to watch something together, and they doing this number. That phone, they pick it up every 2 minutes. Like the phone can't be put down for 2 minutes later, pick it back up again. Why? Like something new happened. So social media has become a great thing to connect people over this quarantine, but it's also been something that some couples have found as a distraction. And if it's distracting you from your mate like that, you need to let it go. You need to put it back in its proper place.
Right.
You know, use it for business, use it for socializing, but remember your greatest socializing is right here.
Yep.
Right
Yep.
now.
So keepers, a keeper that we put it on the keeper side of the list, honest communication. Being pretty much locked down with someone forcibly, and let's be real, it was forcibly. This thing you can take your negatives and you can take your positives out of it, but it's been a forceful situation where people have had to be locked down with their significant other. Things that you may, time that you may not have given or may not have spent previously. But this is a time where honest communication can come into play. So there may be some habits that your spouse has that just agitate you to the end of earth.
Yep.
There may be some things and some ways, things that they do that bother you. If during this time you guys have not opened up an avenue of communication using this, it's a good time to do it. Use this time, take these avenues for honest communication. So honest communication should not be met.
Go ahead.
Honest communication. Honest. You messing with my stuff?
Yeah, messing with your stuff, baby. I like messing with her stuff.
Honest communication.
She started it.
I did.
She started it.
Honest communication
Go ahead. I'm just putting that.
should not be met with with a negative return.
Nope.
It should not be met with a negative return. If he does something that truly bothers me, and it's affecting our relationship, it's affecting how I feel about him, it's affecting me wanting to be around him, I should be able to tell him that. And during this time, again, we've had 2 months almost of being together, and there should be.
It's been exactly pretty much 2 months.
Yeah.
It was like March 19th.
Yep.
Around that time frame.
So frustrations and all of those things should have come to some type of end, some type of determination for you and your spouse, you and your significant other. It should have come to that. But again, a keeper is to be able to honestly talk to each other. We have had so many conversations. Okay, honestly, we've always talked a lot. Even when we were friends, we would have good discussions.
Yep.
We would have good discussions, and sometimes they would be like, and sometimes they'd be like, oh, okay, that's a good idea, that's a good thought, or whatever.
Yep.
So we do a lot. Hey, Keith, hey, where my baby at?
Focus.
So sorry. So we talk about a lot, like this pen. Like, did you know how this pen works?
Yeah, the way it works is that they fill it with ink.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a ball right there.
I promise you, y'all, we will have some discussions off of the most minute things, but it'll turn and grow into something different and something bigger.
Right, because with this pen, you can write your sweetheart a love note, or you can write a declaration or a strategy of a plan of how to grow your relationship in your life. The power of this pen in your life.
So, it can go that way. It can go that way. So, honest, open communication, talking to one another. Hey, we here. We stuck here. This is about to come to an end. There's some things I wanted to tell you, but I feel like we're closer now. And I can tell you these things without you blowing up at me. So if you're the one on the receiving end of what's being said, receive it. And think about how they're feeling and what has brought them to this position to want to tell you that.
That's right.
So that is a keeper. Honest communication. Receive it, give it, and receive it.
That's right. So a throwaway, that doesn't necessarily connect with that one, but it don't matter. A throwaway, even though I could connect one with it, it just popped in my brain. I'm going to do it or stay with this?
I'm sure it popped in your brain.
I'm going to do it or stick with this?
I don't know what it is.
Well, surprise behind curtain number 3.
Oh, let's get it.
All right, so behind curtain number 3, we have a throwaway is negative communication and criticism.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing about that. That comes in the form of blaming all the time. It comes in the form of pushing a person down, criticizing their character without any upliftment. You know, anytime somebody criticizes you or say anything that's critical of what you're doing, your thought process should be, are they correct? If they are correct, then I may need to make some changes. Maybe I do, maybe I don't, but they are correct. If they're incorrect, well, let me correct you, but correct you in a loving way.
Right.
But a lot of the criticism that has come down, a lot of the communication that has come during this quarantine is negative. One of the worst forms, and this is something my wife said, like literally day 1 or day 2 of the quarantine. She said her heart was going out and broken for all the people who were in abusive relationships, and now they're stuck with that abuser all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We've seen reports where domestic violence has risen tremendously over this quarantine. That's something we need to throw away. That's a lack of communication. That's a lack of self-love. You know, the person who stays in it, lack of self-love. The person who actually commits it, a lack of self-love. Most of the time, when the world is beating us down, we take it out on the person closest to us.
Right.
Instead of fighting back against the world.
Together.
We need to fight back against the world together, as my baby just eloquently said. But that negative communication is a throwaway. So if you've been arguing all the time through this whole time frame, think about it. You're arguing because y'all have this. Your arguing have created more isolation. More isolation has created more disconnection. More disconnection is creating more arguing. All right. So instead, is what my spouse saying correct? Am I not showing her enough attention? Am I being boring? Am I not taking care of her? Am I not considering her feelings? Am I not? Is she correct? If she is correct, let me adjust. Right. If she's not correct, let me lovingly say, well, no, sweetie, I've been with you all day. We've been watching television together. We've been talking together. We cooked together. We went to the gas station together. We went to the grocery store together. We went here together. We did. And then yesterday, we was together. We did this. So I understand you may feel like we haven't. Now, maybe what you're feeling is that nothing was about you. Is that the real issue? Is that you wanted some connection that's really just about you? And communicate in a positive way instead of that negative way. And in a way that she feels the love or he feels the love. So, yeah, that. Go ahead, baby.
Ms. Stewart says, that is sad for those in dysfunctional relationships. I thank God every day for my husband. Yes. And congratulations to you, ma'am.
Congratulations.
Got her master's.
All right, got it.
Yes, that's very good. You're right. You gotta be thankful for your spouse, because there are people that are struggling. They're in a different position. We have both been there. I was in an abusive relationship, an abusive marriage, got physically abusive. Didn't take long for me. One time, I was out. But everybody does not have that same situation. It doesn't happen as easily or as quickly or for whatever for other people. So we definitely have to be supportive. We have to be prayerful, because there are people going through things behind closed doors that we have no idea about. But if you are as a man or as a woman, please know your self-worth. Please know that you were not put on this earth to be abused, mistreated, whether it's physically, mentally, sexually, and know that you can do whatever you determine yourself to do. There's so many resources. Take them, use them, and get yourself and your children, if need be, to a safe and a better place.
I was just about to say that. There are a lot of children who are suffering through abuse right now.
We got to pray for these babies.
So we want to make sure that's a throwaway. But let's dig into the root of it and get it handled. So if anybody who's committing the abuse, realize it's something in you. It ain't them. Okay? So back to a positive note, a keeper would be, my honey,
family time. Family time. So, of course, you guys see a lot of videos and a lot of things of us together because we are always together.
Together.
Listen, we started this thing May 15th as a couple, determining we were going to be a couple. And I promise y'all, we have been together every
Wait. Why you gotta do the half eye closed when you say to every?
I didn't
Y'all
do
see?
that.
Y'all saw her, didn't y'all?
I didn't.
She did the
I
half
didn't
eye
do
closed
that.
thing. She's like, I promise y'all. Like, oh my gosh. I promise y'all.
We've been together every
Yeah.
single day. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. Totally honest. When he said that in the dating process, I was like, there will not be
Oh, that's right. You did say that, didn't you?
single day. I want time to miss you. Give me a chance. And this is not for everybody. Everybody's love language is different. Everybody's needs are different. But just personally for us, I was used to, you know what, take a few days, you in your spot, I'm in my spot. We see each other after work or we determine the weekend or whatever. His brother was like, nope. Because if I want to be with you, I want to be with you. I want to see you every day. And I'm like, we need time to miss each other. Let's take some time to miss each other. So fast forward, every single day since May 15th, 2019, we have been together, present with one another in the same place.
Every day.
Whether it's after work or
After work, before work,
we
work.
found time to be together.
That's right.
And to be totally honest, it is not a pain like I thought it was going to be. Because this is a special man. Wait a minute. Understand my special.
I don't care what kind of
Let's go by
short bus
definition.
special.
Short bus special, long bus special, comedian special, serious special, like all of it. And I'm just great all around. So why not? But we have had those days where it's been like, But at the end of the day, we find a way and find a reason to say, you know what? All right. Because this is where we want to be.
Yeah. It's where you want to be.
So,
it's how we want to be.
Right. And that's not saying we don't have personal time. We don't have time to do things that we want to do, on our own. It's just saying every day we make time for one another.
And what we know is that once you get back to the new norm, a lot of that family time, you're not going to spend it together.
Right.
Like
I'm sorry. We were going into family time. I'm sorry. So family time. And I was saying, I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off. But I was saying family time is not just us. You guys see a lot of us. But we've done the TikTok videos with my nephew who lives with us, who's that's our baby. We've done the birthday celebrations with my daughter. We did a whole
quarantine birthday party.
Quarantine birthday party. We got dressed up. We had went and got dinner, laid it out. It was nice. So, but we're finding more time. Like my daughter started exercising with us when we were in the morning. He does meditation in the morning. He takes those times and she's meditating, and my nephew just loves to be around each other. I don't know if you guys saw the video that they made, but time with our children.
Our Queen. Yeah, y'all gotta go to my YouTube page, check out our Bohemian Rhapsody Queen lip sync.
They did that thing. It was great. But time with our children, that we really don't have time and didn't have time to do on our regular hustle and bustle. And we realized the things we were missing.
Calling your parents.
Oh, definitely calling your parents. Just as, we know they want to talk, and they get on the phone and they just talk. And I did this and I did that. And
repeat themselves.
But it's just a way to draw closer.
Yep.
So a keeper is the family time. We are going to keep some components of family time that we didn't even look at or think about beforehand.
That's right.
I'm sorry, Ms. Stewart. Communication is so important. The most painful thing is to feel shut out by your spouse.
It sure is.
Communication. So, she was talking about when we were talking about honest communication. Sorry, I just got to reading it. But we were talking about honest communication.
Yep.
And that is so true. When you feel like you're shut out by your spouse, that's the worst and the worst feeling, because that should be the person you can communicate with. You can tell them your most deep secrets, and
Should be.
things and issues.
And that should happen during family time.
You read that back here?
Yep.
Yes, that can happen during family time. So my nephew always has like, I want to tell you something. I want to tell y'all something. I had this dream, or I had this thought, or what you think about this? Like, he's getting to the point where he can stay at home by himself sometimes when we go out and we're handling business or getting things ready. And he'll send texts like, just checking on y'all. Y'all all right? Got something to tell you when you get here. Y'all missed curfew. Like, stuff like that. But it's just opening doors that have opened within the household. And although my adult daughter is home for a minute right now, she's actually eating dinner with us sometimes.
Oh yeah, every blue moon that happens. That's amazing.
Right.
But even utilizing, we talked about social media earlier. My wife has discovered a new thing for drawing her family closer together. They all get on.
It's not new.
What are y'all doing?
It's just more prevalent now.
Facebook?
We get on Messenger.
They get on Messenger. And it'll be by 7, 8, 12 of them. And they'll talk for 2-3 hours. Just family members coming in and coming out, coming out. But they're utilizing social media just like a lot of people using Zoom and things like that to connect with their families and talk more. And because you're not distracted by some of the work stuff that you've previously been distracted by. So it's you want to keep those things going. She may not be able to do that as much as she's doing it now, but at least once a week or maybe twice a week, it's like, hey,
or even we schedule once a month and say, hey, this is the Zoom reunion time for the family. Like, now that we're doing it, it's like, okay, we need to do this again. But realistically, as we go back to more normal schedules in life or whatever, we're not going to be able to do that. Because most of the time, we're sitting around watching TV and somebody will pop on and be like, what you doing? Just watching this movie. And somebody else will pop on, what you doing? I'm just sitting around. So, those kind of things are going to end. But the keeper to that is we can schedule a time. Yep. We can schedule a time to say, hey, we're going to get on here at this particular time and just check everybody out.
Have family meetings. In my family, we used, what's that thing? GroupMe. And, I had to turn my notifications off. But they just like, every day, it's communication. Nieces, nephews, cousins. My family's like 70 people.
Ooh, it's a lot of them jokers.
So it's like so many people just talking, but everybody's communicating. So that family time has been very important. So let's look at another throwaway.
Shame, hey.
Now here's a throwaway for this quarantine. Overeating. We talked about exercising, but also, and at the very beginning there was so many memes where people had put like, Jennifer, and she's like some negligee woman going in the refrigerator. Yeah. And she looking fine. And talking some Jennifer before quarantine. Then it showed Jennifer after quarantine in the same kind of little negligee. But it's like
stuff popping out.
Yeah, looking like a Pillsbury Doughboy. So
yeah, throwaways.
But overeating, we've been, people have been spending way more time not moving, eating more. When you sit at home, you eat more. So that's something we want to throw away. We want to be mindful of our diet. Now, me and my daughter, we became more mindful of our eating and went back to our vegetarian lifestyle.
Yeah, they're detoxing.
We're detoxing.
I'm trying to hang in
back
with
in our. Actually, this is the 14 days of detoxing is about to end. So, and then we'll just maintain our vegetarian lifestyle.
Yeah, because all that money I spent at the farmer's market, y'all eating all of that. Every bit of sugar cane, jackfruit.
You bought the sugar cane for you.
I did. Jackfruit, all of it.
Oh, it's going.
That refrigerator and the table and the cabinets.
The watercress and the kale been going down.
And this was perfect timing for my brat Rashim to come on. Rashim, I've been seeing those meals. Rashim is one of my brats. I'm a military brat, served, whatever. But Rashim cooked some meals up. Mm-hmm. Oh, you would love some of the stuff he's doing.
All right, bro. I need
you gotta send some of those recipes, Rashim.
But yeah, this is a time where you can experiment. You have time to crack open the cookbooks, to learn how to cook healthier, to add more leafy greens to your diet, to add more natural fruit, to cut out those complex carbohydrates, those processed foods. You have no excuse not to be able to cook a whole meal because you got time to really make healthier meals. because the overeating has been crazy. Do y'all know that Papa John's and Domino's are reporting the best quarter ever? The best quarter ever from Papa John's and Domino's. Why? Because people been ordering pizza like it's crazy. We're overeating. So this is actually a time.
But that's another thing. Honestly, I think that's like almost psychological. Like when this thing happened, people felt like they had to rush out and buy everything up. And ordering in became more prevalent because you can't go and sit in the restaurant, but you still want it. So because of that, people bought it more and more. So really, it's not even a normal cycle of what we normally would have done. We would have been cooking. Yeah.
But they're gonna keep. See, that's the problem. See, if you watch if you're on my YouTube channel, then you know I talk about hypnotic rhythm a lot. Hypnotic rhythm is the habits that you start to get into without you even have to think about it anymore.
Right.
Which creates your new lifestyle, becomes your new norm. If your new norm is now, I'm finna, what's the Grubhub and the Uber Eats and DoorDash and all the delivery companies, and now if delivering food is now your norm and getting it all the time, the caloric intake in restaurant food is higher than processed foods in the grocery store. So if you got used to that and you're getting used to that and you carry that into the post-quarantine, you're going to go larger and larger. You might be a size 12 now. You might have been a size 8 when it first started. Now you're a size 12. By Christmas, you're going to be a size 18. And then you're going to be like, oh, that quarantine messed me up. And then you're going to be a size 22. Then you're going to have diabetes. Then you're going to have heart disease. Then you're going to be talking about something, I don't know what happened. Quarantine happened. You picked up the habit and you kept the habit, and there you go. Now it's like, big and bloated.
Yeah, so you have to discipline yourself. So although we all got into the snacky snack routine and going to the fridge just to open it, and we were there 5 minutes ago, we have to, it's how you think.
Yeah, because I got into the habit.
What you do.
I got caught up. Y'all, I was eating meat every day. Meat, and if we can order it, I would order it. I had to just no.
Yeah, because I'm like, just because the plate is this big doesn't mean you have to fill the plate to every circumference of the plate.
But, and I cut my meat out, I feel, here's the thing, just cutting the meat out, after a week, I felt like 1,000% better. Even though 1,000% is impossible, I felt 1,000% better. And I'm not telling y'all got to do that, but you should. Okay? But you should.
Cut down on it.
Yeah.
Cut down on it. We were not created to be meat eaters.
Nope.
We were not.
Y'all heard that, right? I'm straight up gonna use that.
We were not created to be meat. We were.
I'm gonna use that against you. Just let you know.
Just use it against me. Hey, I'm saying it. We were not. But look,
I'm gonna use it against you.
I don't eat meat like crazy like that. Like I don't. I mean, certain meats I don't eat.
We're opposite. I'm like 90% vegetarian on the norm, and she's like 90% meat eater on the norm. That's what it would be.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I didn't start eating this. All the meat that I've eaten in the year that we've been together is only because
of me.
Yeah. Before we got together, I didn't eat meat at all.
That's because you cook all the time. You would go and get all this stuff, and you cooking it.
Because I was cooking it for y'all.
Yeah, but we look. That's a throwaway then. We can throw away more of the meat. We won't, deal with more of the meat. Kiana, where you been, girl? we can back up on that.
Throw away the meat.
You know me now. I would do at least 2 days out the week where I'm making a whole fruit platter.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said,
I love doing that.
90% meat. I gave you your 10%.
Oh, that was my
10%.
I take it.
All right.
I take it. And take my own advice as well. So throw it away. Overeating.
Mm-hmm.
Throw it away. So some keepers. Look, we've been talking. We have our list, but we need to know what y'all keepers are.
Yeah, what y'all keeping? Y'all keeping anything?
What are y'all keeping with your spouse, with your significant other that you have developed during this quarantine time? Give somebody some ideas. Yes. Maybe it's something that
Y'all might incorporate it like family game nights. Ooh, that was
something. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all might incorporate family game night or something. Let us know. We want to hear.
So what's some of y'all keepers? Hey, Crystal. So, let us know. Type it in. Let us know what are some of y'all keepers. So another one we talked about was, I don't know what that is, man. You wrote that, a doctor? What does that say?
Financial planning.
Take it away.
Why you did? So one of those things, because people been quarantined, and from a lot of people, this happened because you either lost your job or you went on unemployment or you got decreased in the amount of money. Whatever reason, people became more financially conscious of their bookkeeping. So that's something we need to keep. You have seen that over the last 2 months, you've been able to survive on less. Most people have been able to survive on less money.
Mm-hmm.
Since you've been able to survive on less money, as you start making more money, guess what? Don't start spending it.
Right.
Keep that same mode. You know, you guys know I love my 70-10-10-10 plan, right? 70%, you should be living on 7%. 70% of your income should only pay for your necessities. Food, shelter, clothing, water, car, insurance, that sort of thing. 10% goes into your savings. 10% goes into your investment that you spend on something that's going to make you money and it comes back right back. And then you keep reinvesting until it takes over your income. And then 10% goes into your fund money.
Mm-hmm.
But if whatever financial plan you're following, a lot of y'all been working on y'all credit during this time frame. We did. Mm-hmm. We worked on our credit and, boost up the score.
Did some refinancing.
Yep, did some refinances. All kind of stuff.
Notes went down. Them interest rates went down.
Yeah. We re-looked at our insurance programs and see if we get a better deal with our insurances. We went through like 99% of our finances to see where the hidden opportunities were. And that's what we're saying. Go take this opportunity, but don't let it fall to the wayside.
Right.
Once the quarantine is over and you can go everywhere you want to go, you can do whatever you want to do.
Buying up again.
Right.
And
just because Burlington had a 50% off sale yesterday don't mean you got to go.
There. Yeah.
Now, take advantage of some stuff. If you know you're going to do some traveling this year, like coming to our wedding February 20th, 2021, go and get your plane tickets now. Because them joints is cheap. Get your plane tickets now. Because this is a great time to go get your plane tickets and them hotel reservations for our 2020 here in Atlanta.
Changes without penalties.
Yeah, 2021, February 20th, 2021 here in Atlanta. Come for our wedding, and you will have it's cheap now. Just like we were talking, and we didn't do it, but we got to do it. But early next month is when we'll probably do it. Oh, we might do it now. Anyway, we're gonna book us a cruise.
Yep.
My baby seen them cruise prices. Them cruise prices cheap.
Not that we getting on the ship now.
No, we ain't breathing with y'all right now.
But to book one now,
that's for like October
or even further.
Yeah, because I think you do a year out.
Yep.
Yeah, book your stuff now while it's cheap. Get on it. So financial planning. If you've noticed financial planning, stick with it. Let that be your new norm.
Yep.
Of making sure that you got a budget, you're following your budget, that you reconciled all your accounts, you fix your credit and keep it going. All that great financial stuff, just keep it. That's a keeper, okay?
And again, like you said, take advantage of things that are beneficial right now. Make calls to your accounts. Ask them, hey, what do you have to offer me?
Yeah, I need to do that on one of my own.
What do you have to offer me? Like, I've been paying into this for this long. My cell phone plan, I've been, had you for years or what?
Because I changed my cell phone plan and got a cheaper deal.
A cheaper rate on his cell phone plan because right now businesses are trying to stay afloat and it's going to take us to keep them afloat. So I don't always say, I always say, sorry, all money's not good money, but people are going to take your money if they can get your money. Like I was looking for a plumber. I needed a plumber, different things, mechanics, whatever. This is the time to do it because more money needs to be recycled. It needs to go out there to come back in. So, make a call. Call your cell phone carrier. Say, hey, what you got? If you still have cable, I don't know why you would, but if you do, call them and see what deals they have. There are incentives and money available that we don't get because we don't ask. I am the ask queen.
Yeah, she is.
Man, all you can tell me is no. Hey, all you can tell me is no. But on the plus side of that, you can tell me yes. You can tell me yes. So one of my right hand, I call her my right hand, Miss Leah, my assistant at the daycare center. She like, man, I need to do such and such. You gonna call them for me? You gonna call them for me? Because I'm gonna work that deal out of it. Yep. I'm gonna get that deal out of it. Am I being cheap and all of that? No. I'm planning for the future. So I don't want to put money into areas that are going to be a waste and it's not going to continue to build this kingdom. So,
I was actually offended today.
why?
Let me tell you why I was offended. Let me tell you why I was offended. Why it matches what she just said.
Mm-hmm.
So, me and my baby are dealing with the same contractor for a certain part of our business, right? He was giving me a quote today.
He is great. If y'all need a contractor, please let me know. This man will build your whole house.
I ain't talking about him.
Wait, you talking about?
Wall.
Oh, okay. Him too.
So if you need IT work, security work.
Wallborn.
So Wall said today he was getting ready to get my quote together, right? And I said, man, give me my quote. He said, yeah. He said, because I know you ain't like your wife. And for a split second, I was like, what? Then I thought about it. I said, oh. I said, exactly. I'm not going to try to squeeze every drop of blood out of you for what I need to get done. I'm just going to tell you what I want. You tell me what it takes to do it, and that's it. I said, but and he was like, yeah, boy, your wife, she going to squeeze everything she can get out of it.
Because I know out of them 5 cameras that you're going to get to install into my daycare center, one might be free. Like, one might be on sale. Like, I need to know which one gives the best quality, of course, because I don't believe in going cheap and not having good quality. But which one of them are they giving us free because we buy 5 of them? Guess what? Got another camera today. Guess how much? It wasn't the same price as the other ones.
And I'm the kind that's like, man, just what it going to take? This is what I want to happen at the end of the day. Make it happen.
And it can happen.
I ain't got time for all that extra.
That's not extra. Look, the few minutes you spend, a little more time you spend on saying, hey, what do you have? I'm so glad that I have you. What do you have that can work and help me out, and I can help you out, and what can we do?
Which is why, Wall, if you see this, she will probably call you after we look at your estimate you sent me.
Yeah, because I have an estimate too. You sent me one today.
Anyway, keep moving.
You have not because you asked not. I don't just believe that with the Lord. The Lord said you have not. Lord, but I'm asking you too. No. So keepers.
That was a keeper. No.
Financial planning. Being more.
That's when you came up with it.
What?
Throw away.
What is that?
What really matters.
The doctor wrote it.
What really matters.
Oh, okay.
We was eating dinner. I ain't
so
financial.
Financial planning, being more financial secure and aware, that is a keeper.
Oh, my palms on my hand is itching.
If you have sat down and done that, even if you have not, just think about, some of the things we said, the things that are available. Make a call. We are big on Navy Federal Credit Union. Mm-hmm. You don't have a Navy Federal Credit Union account. Why? Do you not?
And if you ain't got no military people, you get you a credit union account.
Yes.
There's so many opportunities. There's so many better financial opportunities you have with credit unions than banks. Go to my YouTube channel, check out 2 videos. One called How She Got 81-point Boost in her credit score. Another one, How You Get a 30-point Boost in your credit score. They'll tell you all about that kind of stuff.
Can you say that again? Because I wasn't clear. It just kind of came mushed together with your Marietta accent.
Go to my YouTube channel, Larenzo Reid on YouTube. Search for a video, do it in the search bar, that says something like, the title is something like, how to get a 81 credit boost, or she got an 81-point credit boost in her score. And another one is how to get a 31-point boost in your score. It's something like that. Just put my name, spell it right, L-A. And you'll see
your credit score.
How using a credit, and this, what I talk about in those 2 videos, only a credit union can do it. I also did a recent video about a shared loan. Only a credit union can do a shared loan, and you can get a big boost in your credit score by doing those. So go check those videos out. It's a benefit to you. Okay?
Yep, I promise you. It is.
Get it done. Get her done.
Been there, done that. Get
her done. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, that is a keeper. Throw away.
What really matters?
Yes. Okay. Throwaways. No, partially. What really matters? I mean, and this is something, personally you can think of yourself. What really matters? In this process, keep talking. In this process, there are things that have happened, things that have come about, and things that we realize just do not matter. Huh? Thank you. Yeah. Things that really do not matter. What are
Teamwork
some
makes the dream
things?
work.
It does. What are some things that you may have been holding on to that just don't matter? Didn't change anything, didn't help anything, didn't fix anything. What are some of those things that you can throw away after and still during this quarantine time that will make your relationship more healthy and more productive, excuse me. Being unforgiving about a situation. He or she has done something in the past that you just can't seem to get over. They've apologized, they've tried to do what they can to fix it, but you've been hurt by it and you just can't seem to let it go. But this is the kicker in that. You all are still together. Whether forcibly, whether by force, or whether you choosing to stay there. You don't even know why I'm here, but I'm here. If you made the decision, make a decision to throw it away, to get rid of it. Not productive. Doesn't mean have something going on and have a feeling that's hurtful and you just dumb it down and you don't address it. Address it. Make sure you guys address it. But after you address it, come up with a plan of getting through it. I hate telling when people say get over it.
Right.
You don't tell a person to get over something. That to me is very insensitive, because it's not necessarily about getting over it. It's about getting through it and finding a better way.
Coming out better at the end.
Coming out better at the end. So if you have made a decision to stay with this person, again, whether by force, because of this quarantine, or whether by choice, what can you throw away? What really matters?
Yep.
What really matters. I always come to the point of, why are you here?
Why are you here?
Why are we here? Like, I'm here because I love him.
Yes,
we made a decision to be together.
So much. It's so much.
And this is it.
Because I'm great.
I ain't lying, y'all. We both been married before. I'm not doing this again. So when I made this decision to do it, it was tough. I ain't gonna lie. It was tough to make the decision. But when I made the decision to do it, I'm like, this is it.
It was easy because it was me.
Whatever. It was easier. He was very consistent. Ladies, consistency, y'all know what it means to have a man who is consistent, to do what he says, and if he cannot do it, he gives you an explanation and a reason why he cannot do it. Consistency. So he was very consistent. But
go ahead.
No.
I had an example pop in my head, but go ahead.
example for what? To end what I just said?
Yeah, for what things to keep.
Okay.
What really matters? What really matters?
Yeah.
Actually.
So what? Go ahead. What really matters?
I just had this thought that popped in my head about what really matters. An example. Even though I don't know of anyone that this has happened to, I'm quite positive this has happened to somebody or some couple. Think about it. She was making more money than him. She used that as a tool to lord over him. He used that as an ego reason to be mad at her. And they argued and fought about the fact that she made more money than him, and they fought about money, right? Now, she lost her job during quarantine. He lost his job during quarantine. Both of them are now apply for unemployment. Mm-hmm. And if you're in Georgia and you get unemployment and federal the federal one at the same time, both of y'all getting $934 each. Now both of y'all getting the same amount of money. Mm-hmm. What you arguing about? Did it really matter that one person made more money than the other person?
Wow, that's
it
good.
Didn't. Right.
That's good.
Because it didn't. And when it all came down to it, the state said, the federal government said, both of y'all gonna get a $1,200 stimulus check. Doesn't matter who made the most money.
Right.
Both of y'all only qualify for $334 of unemployment in the state of Georgia, and both of y'all only qualify for $600 for the federal unemployment. So it doesn't matter that this person made $120,000 and this person made $60,000. At the end of the day, you're getting the same thing. So why were you arguing? What was the argument really about? As far as who made more money? When the fact of the matter is, you're supposed to be coming into unity with one another. You're supposed to have togetherness with one another. So, you know what? You got to get over it. That's something you want to, not get over, sorry. You want to work through that. Mm-hmm. Come to an understanding that we are a team.
Right.
And as a team, it doesn't matter who makes the most. We're looking at what's coming into the house and the best way that this finance that's coming to the house can benefit our family.
Right.
Because before, you equated who you are based on how much money you make. And in reality, how much money you make ain't got nothing to do with
Does it matter
with
now?
who you are.
Does it matter now?
Just saying. Just saying.
Does it matter? That was good.
Thank you, baby.
That was good.
Yeah. Got some sugar for that one. Let me come up with some more stuff.
That was good.
What up,
That was
DJ?
good.
DJ Tyrone in the house.
All right. So we were hoping you guys would have shared more of your throwaways or your keepers.
You got that one.
Yeah. Keepers during the quarantine time. Throw away the word can't. Oh, throw away the word can't. Kiana, thank you. Throw away the word can't. That is not a word to use. That is not a word to have in your vocabulary. It has its place, but it does not have a place based off of your forward progression. You never go into, you having fun?
There's a whole thing about the fingers. I'm just trying to remember how it goes.
Okay. So you never go into a situation thinking what you cannot do. Negative does not help. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I never walked into trying to open up or going toward open up another daycare center or expanding in any kind of way with a can. I am that person that's looking for all the yeses. And if you can't tell me yes, he can tell me yes, or she can tell me yes, or whatever. So Kiana, you are right. You are right, young caterpillar. She know why I call her young caterpillar. She blossomed into a butterfly now. But can't. Throw away the word can't. Thank you, Kiana. Thank you for that. So before we you figured it out?
Oh yeah, most of it.
So is this little piggy went to
No.
that wasn't it?
Okay, I want everybody to do this with me. You gonna do it with me?
Yep.
Everybody do this with me. Now, I did this like 6 years ago on a video. So I'm gonna say it wrong. I don't remember everything how I'm supposed to say it. But it's the Chinese ring finger lesson. Chinese ring finger lesson. Alright?
Chinese ring finger lesson. Okay.
Right. Why the ring finger, basically. Alright. So I'm gonna do it differently though. I want you to hold this finger up. Bring that finger up.
What's it? Index finger?
Index finger. Now, if your marriage is based on money, then it's easy to separate you. Separate. Alright? Put it down. If your marriage is based on your parents, it's easy to separate you. Skip to the pinky. If your marriage is based on your kids, it's easy to separate you. Right? Bring your ring finger up. But when your marriage is based on just the two of you, try to separate it. Separate it.
Yeah.
You cannot be separated. Put them fingers. You gotta keep the knuckles together. You separating the knuckles.
I'm trying.
Can't do it.
Woo.
Now that's not actually how the video goes. I'm gonna have to go back and look at it.
But the point is valid.
But the point is valid. These fingers represent something different, and I did something extra, and I can't remember the extra.
Because he extra, I'm sure he did something extra.
Oh yeah, I did something extra. Yeah, something extra. But you can't when it's just the two of you.
Yeah, they say, oh wow. Did y'all try it? If y'all tried it, let's do it again. For those in the cheap seats that didn't get it, we're gonna do it again.
All right. So, and I'm gonna find that video so you can see it. If the marriage is based on money, we're gonna use money. It's easily broken. If the marriage is based on family members, it's easily broken. The pinkies.
Now go pinkies.
If the marriage is based on the children, it's easily broken. Bring your ring fingers up. But if the marriage is based on just the two of you, now I did a video. It's said something. It's said differently on the video, but I think you get the gist of it.
Did y'all do it? That's an awesome analogy.
Yeah.
Thanks, nigga. Did you do it though? Like, is it coming apart?
You can't. As long as these knuckles are together, you cannot separate those two fingers. It's an impossibility. So
wow.
Remember, out of all these things that we're talking about, It's about the two of you being together and y'all coming together. Whether it's y'all binging and finding commonalities with each other. Y'all are exercising together. You're planning together. You're doing housework together. You're financially planning together. You're spending family time. Whatever you're doing together. I know doing house projects was one of the last things on there.
Well, some of y'all houses look brand new.
I know some of y'all been doing all. I done seen some pictures. Folks, every project that y'all supposed to been done 2 years ago is all getting done.
New houses.
Yeah.
Like that girl got that bathroom she wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
I know. Oh, Angela.
Yep.
Brandon and Angela, they've been getting all kind of house stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, just remember those things that y'all are doing together that's bringing you closer together keeps you. But if you're, I think when the long version, I think I did it where if all those things, if your finances aren't together and all this kind of stuff, then you can easily separate it then.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's the whole lesson. I have to remember to figure out the whole lesson again. But as long as you're doing these things together and you're focused on why you're together, what makes you guys work and tick, then y'all won't be broken. You won't be broken. You'll be able to stay together. That's why the ring finger, because you can separate the rest of them, but you ain't separating that one. You know. You got anything else for the humans?
Nope. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yes, we appreciate it.
We hope this was
ain't no hope. We know y'all enjoyed it, and we know
it was a great hour.
We know y'all learned some stuff.
In a few minutes. We started on time, we ended on time.
There you go.
That.
Yay.
Yeah, so next week, Monday. Marriage Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Don't be late.
Join us.
Join us.
And give us your input.
Yeah.
But don't forget to go to Tag Team Wedding. Submit your RSVP for the wedding next year, which is not on a Sunday now. It's a Saturday. February the 20th, 2021 at the Georgia Aquarium.
And if you're doing good planning, get them tickets.
Oh yeah,
now.
Get them now
So
while they're cheap.
Go do your RSVP, then go get your tickets and get your hotel stay right, because it's cheap to do it now. So we straight up gonna find some cruises. We about to plan our vacation year. Our vacation year about to get planned while this stuff is cheap.
Yup.
Yeah, y'all gonna be like, God, dog, they went on cruise after cruise. Their business must be doing great. Yeah, well, this is true, but
it's gonna continue to do well.
It's also gonna be because we went out and
got these cheap tickets.
While y'all was sitting at home playing, we went and got the cheap tickets. All right, so that it.
That's it.
Jillian, you late. You got to watch it.
Jillian, hey girl.
So we appreciate you guys. Remember. We don't have. We still ain't got a tagline yet, so I'm just gonna tell y'all
Tag Team Wedding.
You know.
Tag Team Marriage.
Remember, you gotta free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. So good journey and good vibration.
I do have a tagline,
What's
but you're
the
not
tagline?
coming down with it.
What is it?
Why are you here? I love that. Like, why are you here?
Okay, fine.
That's the whole point.
We appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for enjoying this time with us together. And remember, always in your relationship, to ask yourself the question: why are you there?
Why
are you here?
Why are you here? So when you end it, say, why are you here?
Why are you
so
here?
this is how we gonna end it. So why are you here?
Why are you here?
That's it.
Je te donne ma petite amie.
Oh, what?
Now we gotta turn it off on
It
you.
didn't end. Wait.
You gotta press the button.
End.
And it's over there.
Bye, y'all.